Hey guys, this is Sarvesh and welcome to NLP Bytes. So, in this particular lecture series, I will try to create natural language processing courses and basically try to explain simple concepts and complex concepts for natural language processing using some bite sized videos. So, basically, I will try to focus on one single topic and try to go deep into that particular topic. So, you guys will have foundations very strong for natural language processing. So at first, I was going to create a full-on course, and basically, I was going for a full course which teaches NLP from basics to advanced. But why I didn't went for that is basically because I think NLP should be more open, and a lot of people should have experience or exposure to NLP because it will be required in one way or the other by different domains. So the more the people know about NLP, they will be able to use that particular tool set in their work, and they will also be exposed to a better reasoning because NLP requires heavy reasoning skills. So if they are exposed to NLP concepts, they will have some more tools to think about and use in their own workspace. So that's why I think NLP as a bite-sized course videos will be helpful as compared with a complete full-on course which requires heavy investment of time. So the first question that comes to my mind is why NLP? Before moving on, I'd also like to say that I'll be going on ahead with this notepad structure because I'll be able to explain much better as compared with going with PPT. So if I have a notepad with me, I'll be able to explain things in a much clearer way, and you'll be able to have a much better understanding as compared with going with a PPT. So yeah, let's move on. So why NLP? So the first basic reason is because it improves your reasoning skills. So this particular thing is not much given light to. Like it's left in the dark, but NLP is a field which requires heavy reasoning abilities because you always have to question yourself whether the features you are choosing are the right features or not. If they are right features, why are they right features? So in this way, you always have to keep questioning yourself. I'll explain you some examples while going on ahead, but we won't take a look at those particular examples right now. But as we move on ahead in the course, we will take a look at word to vec in which I'll explain why it required heavy reasoning skills as compared with normal algorithm design. So it improves your reasoning skills. That's the first point. Second point is it's a growing industry. Like everyone is using NLP. For example, Amazon. Let's take a look at Apple, Google, and all the other websites. So Amazon, they are developing their own Alexa, which is a virtual assistant. So basically, it helps you go around with your daily life, and it's a virtual assistant. So that requires speech processing, dialogue systems, and many more. So using that, you that those particular fields basically can come under NLP. Next is Apple, which has their own Siri, and they also have information retrieval system of their own, but yeah, they employ NLP in some way or the other. The third is Google, which of course is the hub for information retrieval, which is uh, an urban dictionary word itself. So yeah, they are very heavily invested in NLP, from OK Google to their own core basic website, which is for information retrieval. So what they try to do is they try to make sense of the documents which are available on the internet and try to retrieve the relevant documents and show it to you when you use a query or when you give a query to the Google. So yeah, it's a big information retrieval system. And website have chatbots, so they help reduce the workload from employees. How, suppose if you have an employee answer all the basic questions, so it increases their workload and they have to answer questions which are very basic, which can be answered without needing the help of employee. So chatbots help reduce that menial work. So that's basically how NLP is being used, and that's basically how it's a growing industry. Also, there's one important thing to think about, which is almost every data, I'd say about 80 to 90% of the data on the web is unstructured data, and it requires NLP, natural language processing, to make sense out of that data. For example, you have social media posts, all of those posts are in natural language processing or are in natural language, so you require natural language processing to process that data and make sense out of it. So data is mostly focused on NLP. So actually, data is mostly focused on natural language. So of course, it's a worth taking a look into. Furthermore, I'll add the last point, which is from career perspective. It will help you have an additional tool set. For example, if you are a software engineer or a data scientist, you will have multiple tools. You will have a core foundation about NLP, and you'll be able to employ those techniques into your own work. So it will be very helpful, and it's not just in these particular domains. NLP is used in sociology. Okay. I think my handwriting is pretty bad. Anyways, yeah. So it's also used in humanities, and it's used at a lot of places. Like if you are performing data analytics, if you are performing, if you are trying to understand any data, you might probably have to use NLP. So yeah, that's why you should go for NLP. And the thing is, now you should ask yourself this particular question, which is why you should learn from me. Well, I'd say it's basically because the way I'm teaching you guys NLP. If you don't have much time, and if you can't set yourself hours and hours of time aside, then I guess this particular course, NLP Bytes, is perfectly suited for you. And if basically you are a person who wants to go deep into a concept and understand why a particular algorithm was made the way it is, then this course is basically made for you, because I'll try my best to go into the depth of that particular algorithm and try to explain why that particular algorithm is the way it is, instead of just explaining you that this is a particular algorithm and it is done this way, and not explaining why it's this way. So I will explain you the core detail about that algorithm and core reasoning process. So my second selling point is I'll help you improve your reasoning skills. So I am a very big fan about reasoning skills in an individual. So I bet that after you take this particular course, or after you follow me to take this course, you'll be a good reasoner. So you'll be able to understand, you'll be able to evaluate things much better, because it will force you to think a lot about why you should do this instead of just doing that particular thing. So that's the question. That's the second thing why you should learn from me. And thirdly, which I keep at the bottom, which is I have a lot of experience working with NLP. I have been working in natural language processing since the past 3 to 4 years, because since the start, I was always fascinated by NLP. So I always focus my attention towards it, and almost all my projects are related to natural language processing in one way or the other. Furthermore, to add on top of that, basically what I did is my research work is also an NLP. So I have research experience, I have project experience, and also one last thing, I have taken a lot of courses on NLP, so I know what the pitfalls of different courses are, and so for that reason, I will try my best to overcome those pitfalls and help you go your way through NLP courses. And yeah, I am really hoping forward to teach you guys and see you in the next episode. I think you will enjoy my episodes, and just for the sake of it, please like, share, and subscribe. I'd be really glad, and it will really motivate me to make these courses. So thank you for subscribing, and see you next time.